Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. This is Blackwater Bottoms. This is a new mod map out by Matt and Shantyboys Map Creations. 74.76 megabytes download. I have to say, this is a nice, straightforward, easy-going map. Not too complicated. There are no mods added in by the map maker, no vehicles, anything like that, and nothing under build mode. It's all standard fare, all the standard in-game things. There are collectibles, 100 of them. Contracts are available. We start here at our sleep trigger, our farmhouse, just there. Let's have a look at the map. It looks like this. Now, I'm on New Farmer, Normal Economy, and we start with all of this, but this comes with a warning. Because we've got the periphery, the verges, however you want to refer to them, our main farm is here inside this little kind of, well, what would turn into an oxbow lake. And the problem is, we'll talk about slot counts pretty much straight away as well, because all of our equipment and machinery is here. All of our animal pens and stuff are here. So this is part of the periphery. Now, if you come onto your farm manager and start from scratch, you don't have the sleep trigger. The building's there, but the sleep trigger's not. And the problem is that that entirety there will set you back 3,312,943. So it doesn't matter what game mode you come onto here on, you won't have enough money to buy your main farm, if that's where you want your main farm to be. I was surprised that bit wasn't a separate entity. The other minor thing, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure where did I read it, that I think you can have 60 something, might even be more now, individual plots. So sometimes if a map's got 150 fields, they'll be clumped together. These seem to be clumped together anyway. So those two come together. Hang on, let's turn that on. Yeah, those two come together. Those two, those three. They're not individual plots. Not that they're hugely expensive, but some people might find that frustrating. So just be aware of that. Let's say that sleep trigger that's here on New Farmer won't be on Farm Manager and start from scratch because, one, you've got to buy all the land anyway, but when you do, that trigger doesn't reappear. So just be aware. Slot count is 986 on New Farmer, 985 on Farm Manager and start from scratch, because I think the only thing missing is the sleep trigger. Everything else we start with. So what we'll do, we'll walk across the yard and have a quick look. We do have lighting. We have a bridge over that way. Now, the bridge isn't actually showing on the map. If you look bottom left, it's not showing. But we do have a bridge. You can see it. Look, it's real. It's right there. Shed space to our left. There's nothing in that one. To our right, we've got a workshop trigger in this large building here. And some of our start equipment. Workshop trigger just in here. Some of our start equipment. Do have some fairly big gear, actually, to be fair, to be getting started with. So if we go into here, and actually let's go into there and look what we start with. So as far as large tractors go, we've got a Case Magnum 340 CVX. We've got a Class Lexion 8900 harvester, the header, well, corn header and a regular header. And the cultivators, we've got the Kirkling all-rounder Flatline 600, the Cedar, you've just seen, the Espro 6000 RC, and under planters, we've got the Kinsey 4905 Blue Drive, and then we've got header trailer. No pickup, no wheel loaders, telehandlers, skid steer loaders, anything like that. No grassland equipment. That's what you start with. So whilst it is big equipment, there's not a huge amount of it. I know some people will always start with the start equipment and just go with what's been given. Some people will automatically get rid of everything and start with the gear they want. Another large building over here. This houses your harvester, and then you've got obviously you've got header there. And where was the other one? Oh, over there. Don't want to turn my torch on then. It's over there. It's just a bit further away. Header, harvester there. Words, MrSealyp, words. There we go. So, as far as animal pens, we will whiz around the yard. They're all here now because all of that, the verges are available to purchase, and on a new farm you've got them already, it's all fairly flat. There's a few sort of sloping bits here and there, but placeables, like all this area here, wide open spaces. You can get rid of the in-game standard animal pens. You can put them wherever you like, because there's plenty of room to do that if you want to. So it's kind of, like I say, it's a nice straightforward easy map to get going with, but there's a lot of scope for development, I think. One thing I have noticed, if you look here all around the trees, we've got grass texture under the trees all around here, but as we go around the map, that's not actually everywhere. You'll see as we go around, which surprised me a little bit. I always find it a little bit odd when you've got really just a flat texture on the ground, but again, it's the map, it is what it is. Next to us we've got the Nuero. This is the NL1622-2000 silo. That's a 2 million litre standard crop type, not a multi-fruit silo. That's a standard in-game one. Sheep pen, standard in-game, 65 sheep, that will hold. Chicken pen over there, again standard, 360 chickens, that will hold. As we come round there, we've got our pig pen, that will do 270. And then we've got our cow barn with the robot, that will do 80. Then as we leave the farm, now I wasn't sure whether this sign was out of scale or whether it was intentionally this big. I assume it is. I do like these bridges, they're something a bit different as well. Now it does say under the description, it says Blackwater Bottoms is based loosely on the area I live in, Johnson County, Missouri. Blackwater is a river that meanders its way through miles of low-lying farmland, often surrounded by dense trees. I've tried to create some of that on this map. Now when we come out here, the sign it's rather large. I don't think you have any problem knowing where your farm is. I think you'll be okay. If you get lost, just look for the sign. To our left, we start with 2 large greenhouses. These production chains are on all 3 game modes, as far as I recall. Again, difference being that these are all part of that large section, so you need to buy that. And then as we go down from here, they do have stuff in them already, so they're all good to go. There are plants growing, so they do have stuff in them. I think they just take water anyway, those ones. They're not anything fancy or anything like that. And then we've got some beehives. Well, there are some beehives. A beehive, but it's got 33 hives in it. The Langstroth 33 with the honey spawn trigger just there as well. I'm going to cut across the grass. You can go back out to the road and back out again if you wish. We've got the animal dealer. Just there. I mean, like I say, it's not all flat. There is some sweeping terrain, as you can see as you look across the fields. Nice big open spaces, none of it's fenced in. Got a few little drainage ditches here and there, but that adds a little bit, I think. I like that. We're going to turn south. We've got a bit of a drive now, but we'll cross over the river, the Blackwater. We're going to be heading over that direction, so we're going to have to take a turn in a moment. But as you can see, nice big wide open spaces, plenty of room, large machinery map all day long. And things for some people, this is the sort of map they're looking for, something that's got everything you can start with and you can get going, but with plenty of scope for conversion, changing to what you want. As I've often said, some maps where they are like No Man's Land, for example, some people find that more intimidating, that when you've got literally nothing on the map, you have to make everything from scratch. I mean, say everything, pretty much everything. Some people just find that too much. It's, you know, they want something to work with and get going from, but they need something initially. So I think that kind of fits the bill in that respect. So coming up on our left, we've got Feed and Grain South. Huge cooperative by the look of it. massive building, loads of silos, and your point of sale is right here at the front. Spinnery to our right, production chain. We're going to take a right off of here. There's a little cabin and a little lake down here. It's very picturesque. To our left, forestry. If you like doing forestry, there's plenty to do. If you don't have to do it. But it is here. Down here, horses, horse stable, again standard in game, that will hold 14. Little log cabin. Now this is the sort of thing that if you start on the map and you don't own all that big section that costs millions, you could put a sleep trigger in here. There you go, collectible there. There was one right where we started, I think. But so you can absolutely have this as your start point. Lovely little area, fire pit outside. Look at that. Sort of place I'd love to live. Phenomenal. From here, we're going to cut out and around and go up through the forest towards the sawmill. Let's go this way. There we go. There. Now my mind's gone blank. Where was it I found patches? Oh, you should see patches of grass here. Am I misremembering? I'm sure it will come to me. So, sawmill, production chain, just here. Log sell point, production management, pallet spawning, wood chips there. And over this side, carpentry. All in nice one location. Makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? From here, I think this is the way I needed to go. And then left, I think it was. Got to find my way out. It's a woodland maze. Yeah, it's this way. So now we're heading out towards the northeast. I know we're not heading northeast at the moment, we are. We've got to find the crossing. There might be more crossings further along there, actually. It's not, like I say, they're not all showing on the map. Got a little kind of campground area here to our right. Oh yeah, there we go. It's these textures that are flat. There are some grassy bits and bushes here and there, but nice little campgrounds here. If you want to do a bit of narrative, you know, you can always throw all sorts of stuff in. You might want to start there. Have a sleep trigger. Have one of the bags, or whatever it is you want. Your choice, of course. It could just be they've been done on purpose to look like a nicely manicured lawn. And you can always put texture on it if you own the land as well, so it's up to you. Crossing the river again, back the other way. We're heading over to this section, which is where the bulk of the sell points are. We've got the bowling alley restaurant sell point just there. Continuing this way, we have got... We'll get there. Come up on the left, we've got the dairy. Just there. Cereal factory to our right. Bakery just there. To our left, grain mill. We'll whiz through the grain mill. We come to the biogas plant, which is just here. Now the biogas plant is one we have to buy the land. And I don't know if you noticed earlier on, but when I click on that little section there, you need to purchase. Not expensive, 15,000 I think it is, 15,444. If we buy that, your triggers pop up for the biogas plant. It's a standard biogas plant. Takes all your regular things. It's not anything particularly crazy. And processes 24 cycles per month, and the recipes are pretty standard. ingoing products and outgoing digestate. There's no methane or anything extra that comes out of this. It's a fairly standard biogas plant. Again, once you've bought the land, there's plenty of space here for putting silage clamps down, if you want to put silage clamps here. Oil mill to the right. Now, the oil mill on New Farmer, we do start with already. So I said the large greenhouses, we start with those. We also start with the oil mill. That's ours off the start. So that there, we already own. But that's production chain. So we go through here, we've got the grocery mart just to our left. Over there. To our right, we've got our vehicle store. Again, tons of room for large machinery, no fences or anything to stop you getting stuff on or off plot. Vehicle workshop point just there as well, all in one place, very nice. Gas station just there. To our left, Johnson's Farmers Market. And heading a bit further north, there's another little lake. I like it. Like I say, I know I've said it 2 or 3 times now, but plenty of scope, you know? Make it your own kind of thing. If you want to add fences and stuff in, go for it. Slot count's not too high that you can't do that. So just here by the lake, fast food restaurant, just there. Come down, sit by the lake, enjoy some food. That's the map. Like I said, nice and straightforward, basic in-game stuff. That's by Matt, Shantyboys Map Creation. We did come from here at the main farm. We came out of here, greenhouses, beehives, animal dealer. We came all the way down there and across, feed and grain south, carpentry, horses, out to the sawmill and carpentry. Then we came out up there, restaurant. What was that one? Oh, I've blanked. After the restaurant, what do we have? Dairy, cereal factory, bakery, biogas plant, oil mill. We had grain mill. That was grocery mart, vehicle store, gas station, Johnson's Farmers Market, and then up the top there, fast food restaurant. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do. Thanks for watching.